What's up, you guys? We are so back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the epic car collection of the Sultan of Brunei. Now, during the 80s and 90s, the king's brother, Prince Jeffrey, spent billions of dollars on property, vehicles, and more. Brunei is a kingdom, and they are located on the island of Borneo, which shares its border, I believe, with Indonesia or Malaysia, so in Southeast Asia. Super small island country. During the 80s and 90s, the king's brother, Prince Jeffrey, was the finance minister, and he supposedly spent billions and billions of dollars of the country's money on vehicles, properties, and many different things. During this time, it is said that his spending kept numerous car manufacturers in business. They were spending hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars, on custom vehicles from companies like Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Mercedes, Aston Martin, Bugatti, Ferrari. They allegedly purchased 5,000 to 7,000 vehicles. I believe it to be more than, or somewhere around a couple thousand, which is still insane. And a lot of these vehicles were kept in warehouses where a lot of people from manufacturers would come by and do testing. They would fix the vehicles, but a lot of the vehicles were kind of just left sitting there. And so around the late 90s, early 2000s, when it was kind of found out that Prince Jeffrey was buying these vehicles, the spending stopped, a lot of the assets were seized, and the cars were just kind of left there to rot. Over the years, from my understanding, a few people were able to visit, but it was very off limits. Not a ton of pictures exist. Um, it was a lot of prospective buyers of vehicles, so people from around the world were coming by, not in the hundreds or thousands, but probably by the dozens. And over time, a few pictures came out. You know, there were rumors of vehicles that were purportedly to be there. Lots of vehicles that were just rumored to be there. Vehicles like McLaren F1s were definitely there. They owned, I believe, half a dozen. And I believe one was crashed during a test drive from a McLaren mechanic. So about 20 to 25 years ago, a potential collector went to the collection and he started photographing these. And recently on Instagram, there have been a few pages dedicated to posting these cars that were once hidden. And a huge page, Taffy, recently started posting a lot of these pictures that were hidden prior, that were taken around 2001. So a lot of these pictures started getting posted, and there was a lot of beef between owners, and a lot of people on the internet, and a lot of people on the internet were going crazy. They were blowing up these pictures. There's a lot of cool stuff. So I want to go through some of these pictures. There's actually a Google Drive that got shared around. So I have access to that Google Drive. I'm going to be going through some of these pictures, and we're going to be taking a look at some of these cars. So let's begin. So we're going to start with Rolls-Royce, and there are like 20 folders of things. We won't go through all of them, but here's a limousine with no plate. And so the thing is, a lot of these cars had license plates. This one, I don't think has plates. And it is a right-hand drive country. So even for the kingdom, they had to have right-hand drive cars. So you can see some of these right-hand drive cars right here. Rolls-Royce limousine. Look at this wood and leather. This is crazy. Here's a rear shot, but this is just a room full of Rolls-Royces. This is crazy, like a room as far as you can see. So let's look. Let's look further. Here's some Corniches. Let's look at more limousines. These are wild. So this one has plates, like a Brunei 39 plate. And here it is, this limousine next to other limousines in a room. And so the royal family, Prince Jeffrey, had a lot of customized vehicles made through coachwork companies like Pininfarina, Ital Design, things like that we'll see when we go through the pictures. So here's a Rolls-Royce limousine by Pininfarina. This is wild. You can see they styled the front. And it looks like this might be a 3-seater up front, a couple in the back. This is so cool. That's a beautiful design in the rear. Some older Phantoms. Yeah, this is an older Phantom. but it's like blue with blue. It's a limousine. And if you look, there's a Rolls-Royce SUV in the back. So at the time, some of these companies were, you know, losing money. Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Aston Martin, they couldn't keep up, but it's alleged that the Sultan of Brunei, or rather his brother, was spending so much money on these coach-built cars, these custom vehicles, that it was keeping some of these manufacturers in business through the 80s and 90s. You know, it's estimated that he was buying 2 cars a day. I would believe it at this point, looking at all these photos and all these vehicles. You know, this is probably the most in-depth photos that we've seen of the collection up to this point. So I'm gonna go through one more. I wanna see if I can find one of the SUVs. Here's a convertible. This is cool. This definitely looks custom, but probably custom from the factory. We already took a look at that, but these are extravagant for real. Let's look at Porsche. Now this is crazy. This is crazy. He had tons of Porsches. And I'm gonna go through these kind of one by one. We'll take a closer look. I don't know too much about these specific ones, but I know that Porsche in the 90s was up and coming. They had not some downfall, but they were turning to Mercedes-Benz and Audi to help build cars. But I'm sure that, you know, the Sultan of Brunei helping them to buy things certainly helped. I mean, look at this. Here's a 959 next to a DTM looking Mercedes-Benz, and of course, right-hand drive. We can look at another 959. Oh, this is the 959's plural. This is a 959 folder. So here's a green one. That's so cool. And a red one. This one's left-hand drive. Take a look, but that one's right-hand drive. So maybe not all of them were right-hand drive. Here's a left-hand drive, but I don't know what these marks are. And it looks a little like maybe they got backed into, maybe some detailer smudged up the paint a little bit. Yeah, because these are 2 different ones. That's 8791 and 959. It's a cool plate. This dark red one is gorgeous. Left-hand drive. These are some clear pictures. As you'll see later on, some of the pictures are pretty dark. Back here you've got some slant nose turbo coupes and cabs. It's wild. And there you see right here the Sultan of Brunei's logo. So some custom work there. It's gorgeous. This one's cool, next to a 928. And there we go. Let's take a look. Here's a yellow turbo. 964 Turbo S. So they also had the yellow room, and it's a room just full of yellow cars. So if you see here, it's surrounded by other yellow Porsches, but it looks like they might have had a Porsche room. They certainly had a yellow Porsche room. Oh, Testarossa looking thing. I mean, this is definitely like almost like a Koenig style from the 90s. That's cool. Turbo S, turbo. Turbo Coupe Red. Oh, this is cool with the color matched wheels. Look at this. Oh my God. I have not seen this one before. Look at the wood and the red tack. This is crazy. This is so sick. I'm glad I clicked on this one. This one's cool. I mean, there's a ton of turbo coupes, and you can imagine in the late 80s, early 90s, you're getting 964s and 993s. So this is peak like air-cooled Porsche. After the 993, they went to water-cooled in the 996. I don't believe they had too many of those, if at all. This is crazy. Here's a turbo 3.6. Oh, look at this. This is gorgeous. And look at the Mercedes-Benz in the back. Dark red with the red color matched wheels. That is nuts. And the Jaguar right here next to it. Okay, let's get down here. So then we start getting into the speedsters, right? So this is crazy. Next to a Land Cruiser. That's cool. Right-hand drive. But as you can see, so look, a lot of these cars, some of them were left in disrepair. So you can kind of see here, parts of the tachometer are missing. There's dirt and smudge on the floor. The radio's missing. And since it's on the island of Borneo, they get mold. It's humid, so things can get moldy if they're not cared for. A lot of the rooms were allegedly not air conditioned, so you get mold on things like that, and mold can grow quickly in humid environments. So you can see mold up here on the sun visors, down here in the interior. So a lot of these cars were in a little bit of disarray. Even, they might have just been 5 years old and they were already getting a little moldy. Let's come down here to the Dowers. So these are cool. These are basically race cars that you could drive on the street. People are gonna clown me in the comments. I don't know too much about these, but these are so cool. Definitely worth millions of dollars today. Probably one of just a handful, and they already had a handful of them. So that was a yellow one. Here's another one, a silver one. Next to, of course, McLaren F1. Looks like a GTR, Jaguar XJR 15. And it looks like another McLaren F1 back there. We'll get into the McLarens in a little bit. I mean, these cars, I believe, raced in Le Mans. They might be homologation cars. Someone in the comments can correct me. But, I mean, as you can see, loaded with carbon fiber. Even comes with a radio. But look, you can see they're getting moldy. So they got a little moldy even after just a few years. I don't know what years these are. And I believe these were probably taken around 01, 02. But they had like 5. They had like 5 of these Dowers. Look at this. Here's the red one, green one next to it, I believe. With a bunch of flat bow or some slant nose 964. Probably turbo 3.6s. This is crazy. Let's get to another one. I want to show you all of these. Here's the green one. Look at this. This is just nuts. Center lock wheels. They look color matched too. This is wild. This is so sick. Let's get back. Let's get back to and then the black one. So that's 5 or 6. Look at this interior. I mean, this is a race car for the street. Dower Le Mans. And here's 993 back here. Cool license plates as well. Let's look at 3.6, a turbo 3.6. Oh, this is so cool. 964. This interior looks nice. There's a Bentley in front of it. So this might be the red room. Just kidding. There's a white Benz and another black car. All right. Let's go back to the collection. Here are some miscellaneous photos. We don't have to go through too many of these, but here's a bunch of Testarossas. This is just peak 90s, but look at this. So there's a Supra. There's probably a dozen Testarossas, all in unique colors. And look at these regular cars. There's like Toyota RAV4s, Lexus like SC300s. I don't even know what that is, a Ford maybe? It's just super funny to see Mercedes-Benz wagon in just a sea of like epic cars. You get just regular civilian cars. Not that these aren't cool, and to see these from the 90s today is just insane, but Testarossas as far as the eye can see. This light blue one is sick. I don't even know what this is. Looks British for sure. Oh, look at the livery on this 4Runner or RAV4. This is crazy. This is peak 90s right here. Morris Mini, a bunch of Range Rovers. They had a ton of Range Rovers. Okay, look at this image. This from Rolls-Royce, this customized vehicle is designed for use only in Brunei, Darussalam. That's how exclusive these vehicles were. And look at these stamps. Specially built for the royal family of Brunei, Darussalam. That's insane. Look at that. On the Bentley. That's just wild. Here's some more miscellaneous photos. Okay, this is cool. When a lot of these pictures were getting posted, I saw a few American muscle cars. So I'm gonna pull up some of these muscle cars for you to see. This is cool. We'll come back to this. Here's some Camaros. So we'll take a look here. So they had some American muscle in there. I'm glad. But look how clean this looks for the 90s. That looks like a custom 4th gen Camaro. That's insane. I mean, it's not super clean. It's untouched, but look at the mold. The mold got to it. You can see right here, the interior is already starting to fade. There's another one, 899. Might be the same one, uncertain. based off the plates. 899 and 898. Look at that. Custom exhaust to Callaway. That's really cool. Really, really cool. And a golf cart next to it, of course. Here's the Batmobile. This is wild. This is based off of Mercedes-Benz. I believe someone said SL. I don't know the generation of this, but look at the carbon fiber. That's crazy work. That is crazy. But look, mold already getting to it. A little bit dirty. But God, this is cool. This might be some sort of radar or night vision. We'll get back to that too. There's a few pictures of cars with radar / night vision. Look at this Jeep. Left-hand drive. That's really cool. I love that. And there it is. Here's a Corvette. Oh, wow. A C2. That's cool. And it's right-hand drive. That's pretty uncommon. But a little bit dirty. All good. Gorgeous. Love the... And it's a 4 on the floor. Very cool. A Clinet. Or Clinet. I would say Clinet. Left-hand drive. I think they sold these in America. Probably, if it's left-hand drive. Here's a Corvette Tempest. Oh, God. What is this, a C4? I don't know much about this. Tempest. Interesting. C4. Don't know much about it. Here's a Daimler limousine. So, not quite American. Actually, that would be British. So, right-hand drive. Strange multicolor 4x4. Oh, look at this. Toyota. I believe that's a Land Cruiser. I'm not the best with these, but look at this. Shooting team. Wow, gotta love that. Gotta love that. That is cool. What does it say on the hood? Sea Games. What are the sea? Let's look. Oh, the Philippines. Okay. Brunei. Brunei at the Sea Games. Okay, here we go. 1999 Southeast Asian Games at Bandar Seri Begawan, which I believe is the capital. It is. Largest city of Brunei. So it looks like in 1999, that's what the livery is from. So we can estimate that these photos were taken for sure after 1999, but that's a very cool livery. Love that. Love that. Here's a hobby car. I believe from what I heard, these were waterproof, or you could drive them in water. I'm not certain, but I mean, mold was already getting to this. It's a manual. That's so cool. So cool. I would whip this for sure. Daimler 666. Yeah. So just Daimler Jaguar. It's really cool. Really, really cool. Fiat Cinquecento. Italians, please don't come after me. I don't speak it. But look at this, right-hand drive. That's cool. Who wouldn't want this? Blue interior and a blue exterior. I would drive that for sure. All right, I'm done with miscellaneous. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going back to it. Check this out. Okay, so I believe when Taffy posted this, it's an Ital design, and this interior is rough. An Ital design from the name is an Italian design firm in Torino, Italy. Giorgetto Giugiaro founded it. And in the 90s, they were producing some crazy stuff. Like, this is gorgeous. I love the look of this. It's like unknown, supercar design, looks sleek. So I believe that's what that is. Super, super cool. We'll get back to the collection. So now we're at Benz. We'll take a look through Benz. They probably had a ton of Benzes. I mean, they just had SLs, V12 S classes, R129, I believe this is. That is so cool. That is just insane. 600 SL. Yeah. 190. Here we go. 300 SL. This is cool. But so this was, I don't know the complete story. So I think it's a real 300 SL that they took and they modernized it. So it's got the newer wheels, updated headlights, and an updated interior out of a newer Mercedes-Benz automatic transmission fitted to it. Just so, so unique. So unique. Here's a bunch of 600 SLs, 600 short wheelbase, a bunch of 600 SLs. Look at this. They had a ton of them just sitting in these gorgeous rooms, these palatial rooms that stretched hundreds of square meters for sure. Look at this. Gorgeous. 500 SLs. Look at this color. 600 SL, V12, right-hand drive, another V12 Mercedes back here. So this is probably in the Mercedes room. And it's just organized, and these cars are just chilling here. Oh, they had a Mercedes van? No way, dude. Look at this. That is awesome. But look at this. The mold got to it. Just crazy. Let me see. Bunch of 600s. Here's a 600 SEC V12 coupe. Yep. Look at that. Look how clean it is. These cars would go for so much today. I can only imagine, but just in an interesting state for sure. All right, I'm good off Mercedes-Benz. Let's get to McLaren. So they probably had no less than 6 McLaren F1s. I believe one was wrecked. I know one of them left, which was a yellow road car, went to North America, to California, stayed in California, went to New York for a while, and I believe it's back in Europe. So let's take a look at McLaren. 2, 4, 6. So yep, 6 McLaren F1s. This is the yellow one that left. I don't know the story of it leaving, but here we go. Here it is in the yellow room. So you've got these Bentley SUVs behind it, these yellow Benzes. Yellow room is crazy. But look at this, moldy. Mold. Can you imagine mold in a McLaren F1 interior? Back then, this car was probably purchased very cheap. There you see the logo on the steering wheel. Just insane to see in a state like this. I don't know whose signature that is. I really don't know, but you could see. So that's that's for luggage. This is probably for fuel. And you can see mold on the seat. Crazy, crazy. Here's a pretty famous photo. I've seen this one before of the back of the F1, possibly. God, that's so cool. Here's an orange LM. So they, I believe, have 2 LMs. This one in orange and then another in their very cool special livery. So here it is in one of the rooms. You got someone back there, probably a guard, some Mercedes-Benzes outside. Let's see what else. ATVs, 4-wheelers. There's that like off-road vehicle next to it. This, talk about a 2-car solution. These two right here, McLaren F1 LM and I even forget what that vehicle is. Here's the LM. This interior looks to be in better condition, but there you see their logo again. Their crest, whatever you'd like to call it. The winning plaque, LMV12. God, it's just a gorgeous car. And there it is. There it is right there in all its glory. So cool. So cool. Here's the black LM. So this is the one in that very cool livery. And I believe they have 2 in this livery, and they plated them. I don't know which one was wrecked and rebuilt, but here's another LM, and I believe that's an Audi in front of it, and you can see the EB110 outline. So cool. Look at this. That is a gorgeous livery. I don't know the details or the background of that livery, but that is just so cool. Here's the other one, and I believe this one has a different license plate. That's how you can differentiate. BP75. I don't know the other one. But there you go. This interior looks a little bit dirty. It doesn't look too bad. You need the headset on these because with the engine and the lack of sound deadening, you're not going to be able to hear anybody. So you got the microphone and speaker jack. Sat behind the driver. Dream car status. Here is an F1 GTR. And you can see this room looked to be for more of their heavy hitters because you can see the McLaren F1, the one of the Dowers looks like an F40 LM. We'll get to the Ferraris too. F50, another that's the 288 LM. Gorgeous. It's just a gorgeous looking room too. Here's a fuel cell of the GTR. This one's the true race car. Please do not start, push to move. Very cool. And it says something there. What does it say? I don't know. Might be instructions on how to start it. So cool. XJR. So this one's an LM. This one's a GTR. Look at that. You can see the race headlights there. So sick. Looks like this was showroom A1. Don't know what that means, but probably one of the main showrooms. They had the black F1 GT. Look at this. GT Longtail. This is so cool. So you see this, the Longtail F1 GT back here in a room full of Bentleys and Rolls Royces. That's insane. Look at that interior. That's just insane. And you have to think about it. This is the 90s, so they were buying from bespoke companies, but a company like McLaren certainly had the means to sell to them, and these guys were certainly willing to buy, especially from brands that were maybe not as well known. But these cars back then costing upwards of $1 million, and now they've 10 to 20 times that today. At least these McLaren F1s have. Look at that roof scoop. I don't even know what that is behind it. This is wild. Look at this. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. F1 GT, so now F1 charcoal. So this is another road car. This one has a lot of photos. I wonder if they were interested in buying this. There's a luggage compartment, fuel, I believe. Oh, that's amazing. And you got like a corniche next to it in like a dark green or dark blue. Wow. It's a pretty clean interior. There you go. Here on this F1, it's got the their family crest or their family logo. That gray is nice. Pretty detailed photos on this one. And a blue F1 road car. I forget the name of this color. I think someone mentioned it. Here you go, F40, bunch of Land Cruisers. This one's just chilling here casually, another F40 next to it. So this looks like it's in a Ferrari room. We'll get to the Ferraris, those are nuts. You've got someone, I think, probably a tour guide showing them around. This is just a gorgeous color. Wow. Wow. Very, very cool. All right, that's it for McLaren. These are nuts. We got Lamborghini. So they've got some Lamborghinis. Yellow. So this is probably part of the yellow room. Look at this. Yellow with black and yellow. Imagine driving that. That would be crazy. A lot of Diablos. Yellow Diablo Roadster. Red. Next to, looks like a white Diablo and like a horseless carriage. Maybe a horse carriage. Unsure. Diablo Red. Black Diablo next to a red Diablo. These aren't doing too much for me, but no, it's still cool. And a bunch of Countaches. This is back when, like I said, 80s, 90s, so probably late Countaches. Here we go. Yeah, this is the yellow room. So you got the XJR 15, another Diablo, a bunch of Mercedes-Benzes back here, Porsches, another Countach. Some of these aren't yellow, but wild nonetheless. Another Countach, let's take a look. Red, that's cool. I think that's the yellow room. Is that a Previa? Or whatever it was called in another market next to a V12 Mercedes? That's cool. Oh, this is neat. Looks like a dark blue Countach with a dark blue interior, but look at that mold. That's rough. That one was probably sitting there a while. This is cool. Look at this. So maybe we'll take a look at the previous one too. In a room full of Countaches. That white interior is very nice. Next to that green one, that is cool. No green one, but here's a black one. Black with black. But look at that mold. That's crazy. That's insane. The reflection's cool. There's Lambo. So here's Jeep, Lexus, Suburban. So they had Pininfarina design some of these. So the pictures were going around of a Pininfarina designed Suburban. So here we go. If you thought Bape was cool in 2000 with their camo colors, look at this. Camouflage, not camo, but camo colored Color match wheels, GMT 400 Suburban, right-hand drive. Look at this. Look at this brown and green interior. Look at that, like Hurst shifter, this sparkly, maybe speaker. I wonder if this was used for like guards. That's gorgeous. Look at this. Cassette car stereo, very cool. And a bunch of buttons down there. See, there's the Pininfarina badge. That is one of my favorites from the collection for sure. Here's a Suburban conversion. Here's another GMT 400. So this was probably converted to right-hand drive. Look at that mold. That is rough. Ugh. But here we go. There's a TV in the back, but I wouldn't even want to step foot. That is just wild. Here's an LX 450. Can't see much. And a Jeep Grand Cherokee. There we go. I think this is the one from earlier. Yeah, there you go. Left-hand drive. So they didn't even convert this one, but still on Brunei plates. Got the leather, but look, getting moldy, or at least, you know, a bit worn. That's that American design right there. Let's go to Jaguar. They love their British cars. So we can start with the XK8s. There we go. Nothing crazy. This green one looks nice. A few green ones. Just a bunch of them. Casual. Now we get to the good shit. Bunch of XJR15s and a bunch of XJ220s. So let's start with this yellow XJR15. In the yellow room, of course, next to, I believe, a Countach and a Diablo, with a Countach in front, casual, gorgeous. These were 5-speed, right-hand drive, right-hand shift, so imagine that. Got the speakers and the yellow cars all around next to it. Got a blue XJR15. And I believe they only made a handful of these too, so this is in that A1 room. God, what a lineup. Got the LM, XJR15, 959, and like I said, that DTM Mercedes from earlier. Oh, look at these. Look at all these XJ220s. Next to look, this custom Aston Martin right there. And this is just a gorgeous room. Look at these right-hand drive XJ220s. Just a casual half dozen of them sitting right there. I love that green one. NSX in the back. It's cool. Here's a silver one. In, looks like maybe the yellow room. Yeah, looks like the yellow room. And a black one. These are a little out of focus. Happens. But look, it had leather. I don't believe these came with leather from the factory. So a lot of these cars were custom ordered or at least sent back to other makes, manufacturers, aftermarket to have leather interiors fitted to them. Let's get to the Ferrari. They probably have hundreds, if not thousands of Ferraris. I'm not going to go through all of them. They've got 328s and 308s down here. Here's a Testarossa Spider. I'm going to pick and choose these. We're going to go through a few. But here are multiple. I didn't even know there were multiple. Here's a green one. And a red one. So this one doesn't have plates, but it's got like that logo. Here's a white one, a blue and a green one. It looks purple. It might be purple. I'm uncertain. Yeah, it is purple. Look at that lighting. That's insane. That is insane. Here's a gray one, F512M next to it. Blue, silver, gray, green. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. We're gonna cherry pick these. Here's a red Mythos. One of these left. I believe the green one left and is out here in Southern California. Look at this leather interior. This was a custom or a one-off. They built a few, but by Pininfarina, I believe. I could be wrong. Oh no, and I'm wrong. I believe it's an FX that is here and at the Marconi Museum. So here's a Ferrari 288 GTO. Actually, I don't know what the story is with this, but it's like a GTO Evo. You've got the EB110 with the cool livery next to it. We'll get back to that. Don't you worry. Here's an FX. Here's another FX. They had a few. Let's click this yellow one. It's probably in the yellow room. Look at that. That's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Click on one more FX. Here we go. Look at this. This is crazy. Next to 456 Venice. Insane. This one's an automatic. Look at that. Look at that weird shifter. That's nuts. The Ferrari badge in there looks weird too, but oh, that's sharp. This looks like to be part of the custom or one-off room, because these are custom Bentley and Rolls Royces, and they ordered a ton of those. And like I said, the 456 Venice, I believe they had 6 or 7 of those. So let's get back to that. Here's an F90. Here's another like custom one-off. Why did that? No, that's not what I wanted. They had a bunch of F50s, F40s. So here we go. Here's an F90, another custom one. Insane. Check the blue one, and then we'll get to the F50s and F40s. Look at this. This is wild. This is absolutely wild. So, bunch of F50s, yellow, silver, black, and the cool thing about these is one, all the F50s came from the factory in left-hand drive, so they had to be refitted by aftermarket companies. I believe Pininfarina they got sent back to have them changed to right-hand drive, and a few of them had sofa leather seats as well. So look at this. Right-hand drive, red and yellow F50 in, of course, the yellow room, surrounded by Bentleys, Mercedes-Benz. Look at this. Brunei 550 or 555, probably has a V12 convertible. Another Bentley. Look at all these Bentleys. So, yellow F50 in, of course, the yellow room. Let's check out one of these silver ones, because I believe one of the silver ones had, you can really see, wow. I'm thinking F40s. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let's go to F40s. These silver ones, oh, look at this. Wow, with the white, that goes hard right there. Those two right there go hard. I haven't even had the chance to look at all of these. There's just so many. Let's check the white one. And then we'll get to charcoal. I think that's where you can really see. Here we go. Here. Leather seats right there. And right-hand drive converted. I believe this was done by Pininfarina. This is insane. I love seeing the leather buckets in an F40. That's a nice F40. And I believe all F40s left the factory red as well, so it would have had to have been repainted. Let's go to F40 charcoal. This is one of the famous ones. I believe this one left Brunei. You can kind of see in here, it's got leather buckets, right-hand drive, all converted, aftermarket, after the fact. Yeah, you can see it clearer here. Insane, absolutely insane. Okay. Let's take a look at 1550. There we go. Gorgeous room next to, what is that, a 348? No, 456, Venice. That's a convertible. All right. Here's a 456 Spider. We'll take a look at one of those. We'll take a look at a sedan. Oh, look at this. This is nuts. 456 converted into a convertible. That's crazy. Next to a 456 Venice. So in the yellow room. Insane. 456. Let's go to an estate. No. Sedan first and then estate. Here we go. Here's the red one we just looked at. That is gorgeous. That is insane. It's an automatic. The Ferraris were crazy. They probably have or had hundreds, if not 1,000 Ferraris. Here's an estate. Let's take a look at the estate. Oh, I picked a great one. Look at this green one. This is sick. Look at that. F50, F50. Lexus actually. 456, 456, 456. So many 456s. Here we go. Got a 275. Let's look at these. Let's look at this 288. GTO, charcoal, right-hand drive, next to a green F40. We'll take a look at that. But see, look, there's the mold. Ugh. Rough, but leather seats. Let's see, Ferrari F40, silver, red, black. Oh, maybe it wasn't green. Maybe that was just the lighting. But the 456 Estates, just looked at that. Insane. They had spiders, sedans, estates. Let's see. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at this one. Look at that. Another automatic. We need to find, there's a 456 with night vision. Let's see. Sedan, green. Here we go. Green sedan. That is nuts. Imagine Coach building a front V12 Ferrari into a sedan. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let me find the silver. That's another green sedan. Yellow, night vision, gray. Here we go. Night vision, black. So they had a couple. Oh my God. Let's take a look. All right, here we go. Here's one of them. So they custom built these Ferraris with night vision. So you can see there's a few telltale signs. These look like sensors up here, and boom, this thing right up here up top looks like it's about to go swimming, like it's a submarine. And there you go. Got the screen right here, more screens up here, just a bunch of screens built in. Insane. And then whatever the heck kind of transmission thing this is back here to be able to convert it all to night vision. I don't know what kind of night vision driving they had planned. They've got custom seats here too. This and like custom like Gore-Tex looking upper dash. Super fascinating. And there you go, more night vision stuff right there. Here's a black one also with night vision. Very cool experimentation. There you go. You see a little bit of that up there. These like radar things down here. And there you go, more screens. But that silver one has more of it. Look, different steering wheel. Some more of that like custom interior. Some lights. Probably a button down here. And there you go. Probably the night vision camera. Insane. And then here's a matte gray one. Just not night vision, but you could tell the differences. Yeah. See, this one's got the night vision up here. Nothing. Had some radar stuff down here. Nothing. Insane. So that's all I've got for Ferrari. Like, speechless. Like, it is just insane. Let's get to Bugatti. These Bugattis are crazy. One of the ones that shocked me was this EB110. I'm going to pull it up right here. Was it this one? We'll just go through one by one. It was this one. Clicked on it perfectly. So this is an EB110. It might be an SS. And so you see these stripes. Look at the wheels. Look at the wheels. This is crazy. It's plated. Look at the intake. Blue, red, yellow. It's the primary colors. And black. So you got 4 colors. Look at this freaking interior. Green. Okay, so the fourth color is green. It's yellow, red, green. Look at the seats. Look at the handbrake. Look at the shift knob and the steering wheel. It's like a Harlequin. It's like a Harlequin Volkswagen, but for Bugatti. EB110. This is just insane. I could picture myself driving this down the street, just getting completely looked at like I'm a madman. That's insane. It's the only one I've ever seen like it. Here's what they normally look like. Just regular paint, regular interior, but again, moldy. You see this carbon fiber. And there you see the logo. There's their logo. This one looks scratched, like something maybe fell on it. Not sure. Taped up maybe. See that, all the lines? Yeah, might have been just covered. Crazy. Here's a silver one, with I think blue interior, next to a McLaren F1 LM and a bunch of 456s. So just in one of their garages, chilling, plated. Left-hand drive though, blue, and I don't know what this keychain is, but that's funny. That's really, really funny. Gorgeous carbon fiber weave, which for the 90s was huge. That's when carbon fiber was taking off. So you can really see that, it made an impact here. Here's a yellow one. I don't believe it's in the yellow room, but next to the F1 LM. Imagine, this is another good 2-car solution. Crazy. Just boxes stuffed inside of it. And there's the motor, V12, and there's one of their logos. So cool. So cool. BMW. can take a look at some of these. Z1 Roadster. One picture. Z1s are cool. The doors go down, so they're open like that. Left-hand drive. I don't remember if it was plated. Here's an 850i. So this was a V12. Automatic right-hand drive. Gorgeous. This one looks in pretty good condition, actually. Surrounded by some Benzes. 750i. Alpina. So Alpina customizing this already. Wow. E38. 750i V12. Look at the wheels. Look at that interior. Oh, look at the stitching. I never noticed that. Green and blue. I mean, I think those are Alpina colors. On the carpet and on the seats, that's cool. With the car phone in the dash as well, or in the center console. 530i Estate. Oh, gorgeous. Love these wagons. That's cool. So some pretty cool BMWs. Now, Bentley and Aston Martin, there's probably going to be a ton of photos. I'm not going to go through all of them. They have a ton of custom vehicles for each. They were ordering Buccaneers. That was the SUV. I mean, look at this. Continentals, Arnages, Azures, convertibles. Let's start with this unfiled green interior. With all that wood, gorgeous. Bentley Azure, all-wheel drive, coupe, key. Let's take a look. And we'll click on some with funny names. Perfect. I'm glad I clicked on this one. Let's take a look. Look at these inlets right up here. It's probably got a powerful motor. Look at that. It's an Azure coupe. Oh, it is a coupe. So the Azures were drop top. They turned this into a coupe. Look at this. Look at this door card. That's insane. All on the dash and interior. Holy crap. And instead of the B, it's their logo. Wow. I'm glad we clicked on this one. They got the Pegasus. All right, so I'm going to click on some with funny names. They got the Buccaneer, the Azure. Let's see. Bentley 3 Position? 3 POS? I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. Convertible, green. Whatever this even is. Insane. Next to two more. I think, look at this green interior. I think Bentley and Aston Martin were some of the ones that they ordered the most. Hands down. Hands down. This is nuts. I mean, I've got rows of, I probably have 100 in here. So they've got 4 of them. Some, let's check out this B3 coupe. See, I don't even know. I wouldn't have even known what to call it. B3 coupe. Cool. We'll look at the Pegasus. They got the Monte Carlos. Here, I'm going to open some up into new tabs. Azure, the B3 coupe. They got a B4 coupe. Here's a Buccaneer. So those were the SUVs. And I remember distinctly as you know, growing up, seeing pictures of the Buccaneers on airplane, you know, pallet jacks, getting ready to be imported or exported from England into Brunei. Here's a Corniche, a Grand Prix, an Imperial, a Java. Oh, the Javas were cool. The Javas were cool. That's a sedan. We'll bring that up after. Grand Prix, the Dominator, Corniche. All right, we got a lot. We got a Pegasus. There's a special convertible. Bentley Spectre. You know, now Rolls-Royce has the Spectre. Bentley Sports Estate. They got wagons. Bentley Val de Iser. Monte Carlo. Let's go through these. There's a lot. Bentley Azure Spider. Look at that. I mean, how do you even photograph and catalog all of these? It's insane. But blue on blue on blue. That wood is unmatched. That interior unmatched. Azure Spider. Outstanding. Here we got a B3 coupe. Another green one. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the green wood and shift knob. Insane. Green. There we go. Surrounded by more custom Bentleys. Here's a red one. Here's a B4 coupe. That's a good looking vehicle. Bentley should have put that into production. Look at the red wood. There's so much red in here. Oh, look at this. Bentley Buccaneer. These are freaking cool. Next to this Range Rover with 6 doors, extended. They should have made this. This is outstanding. And we got a broken fan, some carpet. I think it's in like neutral or dry. Look at all the mold they got to it. Look at the round shape. That's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous looking vehicle next to another Range Rover. So this is probably the British room. Here we go, another Buccaneer. Oh, that's insane. This one looks better kept. Look at this. The kind of like a droopy eye, like eyes half closed type of thing, next to a 456 Estate, 456 Venice wagon. That's insane. Looks gorgeous. Here is a Bentley Grand Prix Blue. Wow. That looks gorgeous. In another room full of British cars, no less. Bentley Corniche convertible. So at the same time, Rolls-Royce was making the Corniche as well. I believe this was when they were probably under the same ownership. Here's an Imperial. Looks to be a little bit moldy. That's the Bentley logo. Yeah, pretty moldy. In the yellow room, red and yellow. They had a lot of red and yellow cars. There you go, red and yellow. I don't even know what this is, but that's a Bentley sedan next to an F50 and another custom Bentley in front. Absolutely insane. Here's a Java. I just love that name. Love it. There you go. There's the team from 1999, the Lexus, and the Bentley wagon. It's a wagon, the Java wagon. Here's a Bentley Imperial in gray. Old man shoe gray. God, that looks good though. Beautiful. Got another Grand Prix in silver. Very cool. And I think there's a red one next to it. Too many of these to go through. Here we go. Here's a Dominator SUV. Talk about the Bentayga before the Bentayga. That's what this is. Yellow with red. Probably, yep, in the yellow room. Look at that back window and the rear lights. Oh, this is cool. This SL. The Diablo next to the McLaren F1. The McLaren F1 made it out. That Dominator's probably still there. Here's a Pegasus sedan. Another cool name. Looks like an Arnage. So an Arnage of the late 90s and early 2000s. Pretty similar interior too. I bet that's what this is based on. Here's a Bentley Special Coupe in red. All red. It's a lot of red. I'm a fan. I like it. Next to like a Brooklands. Here's a convertible. Bentley Spectre convertible. Next to some more of these custom cars. Wow. And there you go. Specially built for the royal family of Brunei, Darussalam. Oh, what did I click on here? Bentley Sports Estate. Look at this. All black. Wow. In a room full of other Bentley Estates. Look at this wagon. I love wagons. This looks fantastic. Fantastic. Seats fold down. It's a long wagon. And there you go. Val d'Isère, another wagon. Right-hand drive. Red with green. Green with red. Christmas is coming up. You want to talk about clash of colors? You want to talk about Christmas? There you go. Red with green stitching. Red dash. Red lower dash and wheel. Wood. I would take it. I'm in. And a Monte Carlo. This looks insane. Look at this. This looks like a hark back to something from the 30s, 40s, maybe even the 20s. Love it. It's so red. All right, we're done with Bentley. That's so many. And it's probably going to be the same for Aston Martin. So we'll get through these as well. Look, taking its time to load. Gorgeous. AM3, AM4, Lagonda, Estate. I mean, these guys, you know, Prince Jeffrey was keeping these guys in business, if I had to guess, through the 80s, 90s, and 90s. So we could start, oh, look at this. This is cool. The AM3 Coupe. Start with the interior. Standard Aston Martin interior. That exterior looks good. I believe the AM3, it looks like it's based off of the DB7 with a different front clip, if I had to say. It's got the same lines. Looks pretty cool. Probably carbon fiber clip. I'll take it. Here we go. AM4. Another DB7 looking front end. Very cool. Very nice. Lagonda. 4 doors. Wow. Manual transmission. Super red. Red exterior, red interior. I would drive this. This is just gorgeous. So cool. Look at that split rear window. Aston Martin Estate. Four-door wagon. What could be better? What could be better? Here's a Virage Volante. These are cool. They sold these in America, I believe, or at least the Virage Coupes, but there you go. Some more Aston Martins back here. Wow. There we go. The Estate, another Virage Volante. Beautiful. Yellow with red, probably in the yellow room, but oh, this one looks like some oil spilled on it. Got the Zagato Coupe. That's gorgeous. Zagato does crazy work. That looks fantastic. Look at that window. This is so cool. Let's check out one or two more. Vantage, Estate, Lagonda, Aston Martin Vantages, Virages. Ooh, whoa. Aston Martin Vantage. This front looks like something you would see on a Zagato from the 60s. Manual. Very, very cool. Look, you move the seats from the middle. Here's a coupe. These are gorgeous. Oh, outstanding. Automatic, but it can be forgiven. Check out another AM4. Oh, this is cool. Look at this. So here's a lot of like custom ones. This one looks like, again, based off the DB7 in a room full of Aston Martins, Virages, Vantages, everything. We got Acuras. We'll get to that. Insane. Oh, AMG is probably going to be nuts. I mean, I think AMGs as well, they probably had so many Mercedes-Benzes, but we'll start low with Acura. Here's some AC Cobras. So back to more American muscle. AC Ace, AC Cobra. Back to the yellow room. So here we go with the yellow Cobra. I don't know much about these. I don't know if they're continuation series, how legit they are. But here's an automatic with a decent looking interior, and I'm just uncertain. Here's an AC Ace. So another British car company. They were buying a lot of cars out of the UK at that time. Here's a yellow AC Ace. Looks like it's in the yellow room, behind and in front of some other yellow cars. Really, really cool. Looks like they left it in drive, actually, with the handbrake up. You can see mold. Mold really got to this. I think in the yellow room, there's a lot of mold. Here's an AC Cobra. I don't know anything about these. I couldn't tell you. Just couldn't tell you. 5.0 Ford, so it's probably a recreation. But I could be wrong. Don't quote me. Don't get mad at me. I don't know. Check out, they got some NSXs. Silver NSXs were cool. Still are. This one looks like it has a miscolored bumper. Could be the lighting, but I don't know. Plus some spacing. May have been in a collision. I could be wrong. Here's a black one. Red one. And we'll finish it off with some AMGs. So I'll click through. They've got some convertibles, some coupes, some wagons, some SUVs, V12s, V8s, even V6s. We'll go through a few, and we'll probably call it from there. But here's an AMG rally car. They just spent money on AMGs, V12s, Aston Martins, and Bentleys. It's just insane. It is absolutely insane. My estimation is that they have a couple thousand. I don't believe the 6,000 or 7,000, but I could be very, very wrong. And we'll just take a look at some of these coupe sedans. I want some sedan. Here's a bulletproof one. Oh, fantastic! Anniversary car. These rally cars look insane. So we'll start from the beginning. Here's a 500 SL convertible AMG. Beautiful. Here's another 500 SL convertible AMG. Beautiful. Here's an AMG 600 SEC convertible, silver drop top, filled with the Mercedes room. Another 500 SL convertible. Gorgeous. Color match monoblocks with the red one next to it. 600 SEL blue. Cool bumper. Color match wheels. You got the red one with the red interior with the red monoblocks next to it. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Here's a green. Oh, I'm glad I clicked this one. AMG 600 SL convertible. Filled in a room with SLs. It's green. With green. Here's the green rear end. AMG badge. And this green interior. Look at this. Holy shit. Look at these seats, the wood, the steering wheel. This is absolutely outstanding. Can't get a good look, but low kilometers, maybe 44,000, maybe 4,400. I don't know. I need that. Here's a 600 SL yellow AMG convertible stacked next to a Bentley and a Ferrari F50, as you do. AMG E-Class Estate wagon, red on red on red. Matching red monoblocks, insane red wood and red leather interior. AMG engine, I would drive the piss out of this thing. Here we go. Here's a C36 W212, I think, or some sort of C-Class DTM rally. There's one in front of it too. This is cool. Shout out Max Showstack with the C43. This is cool. I would drive this. Right-hand drive. Wow. With that wood. Oh, here we go. What is this? DTM ITC Championship, the Royal Family of Brunei. 1996 International Touring Car Championship. That would make the most sense. Is Brunei in there? No, it is not. But there we go. This Mercedes-Benz was a champion. Absolutely outstanding. Here you go. Here's a better picture. Number 2 of 2. So these are probably the 2 cars. Here we go. There it is. 1996 C-Class, based on the 4.2 V8 power from the Mercedes-Benz. Delivered 500 horsepower. Absolutely nuts. I need it right now. Here we go. Here's an AMG E Estate Black. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, that red wood is crazy. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. There you go. There's the wagon in the back. Looks like 10-disc CD changer. What more could you ask for? And a fridge. Oh, doesn't get better than that. Here's an AMG rally car. Is it center drive? Right-hand drive. That is crazy. It's like a 190. Berlin 2000. Wow. That is cool. In the Mercedes room. Here's an SLK. I believe a few of these have left. Some of these SLKs, but I could be wrong. It's cool. Color match monoblocks. Here's a silver SLK AMG in the room full of Mercedes. There's some R129s. That's cool with the leather. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, and the red carbon fiber and the red stitching. That is so cool. So cool. Here's the AMG Estate we just took a look at. Here we go. Here's a bulletproof AMG 600 SEL V12. Look at that. Bulletproof tires. Big honking V12 engine. Look, I bet the hood is so heavy, it needed 2 struts. Wow. Absolutely outstanding. You can see the thick windows and door panes right here. Gorgeous. There you go. Wow. Bulletproof. Oh. AMG 600 SL 51st anniversary. Let's take a look. Missing a headlight. It's got the monoblocks in the back. Got the silver roof. Gorgeous. Green carbon fiber, dare I say green? Looks very cool. Looks pretty green to me. 51st birthday of His Majesty. I don't know how to say any of that. I'm not going to lie. Of the Sultan, Brunei Darussalam. Happy birthday, 600L. S600L by AMG. You know, this guy was getting personalized messages from the manufacturers. Rolls-Royce, AMG, you name it. They were on there. Crazy. Here's a green AMG 600 SL V12. Oh, it just doesn't get better than that. All the AMGs. AMG T1. I don't even know what this is. Let's take a look. Oh, they put an AMG van. AMG van. Look at that with the monoblocks. The gorgeous wood. The black leather. With the green piping. Right-hand drive manual. Absolutely outstanding. That's a whip. That's a whip right here. SLK AMG. There we go. Took a look at that one. Let me see if I can pull up the F40 with the buckets. maybe the F50 with the leather. No, the F40. Let's try and find that. Because I believe a couple of these F40s have left. Here's a left-hand drive, but repainted black. And some of them had, see, it's got the comfort seats, comfort like sofa bucket seats. Insane, absolutely insane. Extremely cool. Here we go, right here too. Here's the F40 like LM looking thing. It might not be a real LM, but next to the F1 LM, the Dower 962 next to an F50. Right-hand drive with the OZ wheels and the leather buckets. But look at this, the mold got to it. Insane, absolutely insane. It's got a lock, look at that. It's got a locking gearbox. Right-hand drive, leather seats in an F50. So thank you for taking the time to take a look at these Brunei pictures with me, to revel in the past, take a look at some of the $1 million+ vehicles of the multi-hundred, possibly multi-thousand vehicle collection. Hopefully these cars make it out someday. I'm thankful for the photographers who took these photos. Like I said, thank you for following along with me. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll join you in the next one.